And we're going live, and we are live. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out. First of all, extra special big up shout out to the first person in this morning, which is Asserin Odetta. Miss Goldie Robinson is right there, and Rosalind Smichael is right there. Shout out Prillis123, Angel D, Mervyn the Point, Jamaica Kerr, Dainty D is in the building, Marcia Walters, Big Mouth Shaba, Wayne Nathan, Bob Cosmic is in the building, Miss Brom Brom, Missy Brom Brom is in the building. Want my sister Kai Tai Jai Empress is here as well. Want my sister Sharon Spence is in the building as well. The chat is open this morning, so you know that go already. There will be a lot of names in here that are not in green, but we need to have it this way this morning. I'm tired. I put on my glasses. We need to have it this way this morning because we have a lot to talk about, right? So y'all know that I'm kind of like borderline OCD, so I have to do stuff one way or throws me off all the way. So shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the garbage truck driver. I'm gonna just put up my garbage this morning. Shout out to the school bus driver. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself, regardless of what your profession is. School teacher, law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, all these things, manners and respect to you. Here we are this morning on a beautiful Monday morning, up and feeling very much alive, healthy and strong. Made it through another week and another weekend and back to starting another week again. And I'm feeling mighty good. Yes, how are you feeling? I feel like me there a concert. SouFLoTV audience, how you feeling? Them supposed to say, yeah. Yeah, Buju Banton appeared at the People's National Party conference, decked in orange. Born for greatness. I want to rule my destiny. Me say, them a beat Buju, you see? Jesus Christ, man. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Y'all seen it? Have y'all seen it? Buju Banton appeared. They have a conference every year. It's politics time again in Jamaica, right? Get on board with me now. Wake up is early morning. No time for sleep and slumber. You've got to go. Listen on the move. They have a conference, an annual conference. Buju Banton, the great Buju Banton, appeared in orange. Remember them say Rasta no mix up in a bangarang and all these things, and Rasta and politics is not one in one, and Rasta no giant politics and these things. I have a lot to say about all of that anyways. But there was Buju, much to the surprise of a lot of people, right? And me I say no, them killing pass. They kill Buju pass social media. The first comment I saw as soon as I opened it was, now you tell me say him now put coke in a film ganja. The next person there was like no good comments there. I'm like, yo, so the man can't even align himself with a political party and influence some people to. We're gonna talk about all that in a minute. Blessings to you, Jem Clark, Will Downing, manners and respect. Thank you for being here. Vicky Victory says, why not? It's serious. Yes, SouFLo, I have seen it, and the crowd go wild. Yeah, because it's Buju Banton. It's Buju Banton. So People's National Party might have something up their sleeve, right? Because Buju are the first one to step out, But you must remember that Buju is also aligned. It's like a fraternity inside of the entertainment industry. You understand? So Buju is aligned with a certain fraternity inside. Whether them want to say yes or no to it is true. He's aligned with a certain fraternity inside of the entertainment industry. It is pretty much unspoken. So if you say, Buju, step out now, sooner or later, you're going to see a bunch of others march out as well. Buju is just the first one to step out, right? So basically, what he's saying is, why people kill him. Oh, so now I get it. Now I understand. That's why all year long, him have nothing good to say. about how Andrew Holness around the country and whatever. He's always talking down on the JLP. So what he was doing was he was laying the groundwork to run up on stage and support him on. I said to that person, I said, okay, but reverse back though and look at everything that he said, everything that he chose to speak out against. Where was the lie in any of what he said? You see, this are the same thing when we did that talk about before, you know. Remember I told y'all, I said, I'm the kind of person where, okay, so I'm in the US, right? One election period, you might see me, and I'm very much I have to switch my mind from JLP to PNP now. What we call them in the US again, Democrat, Republican. One voting period, election time, you might see me. I might very well be a Democrat for that particular voting period. And on another year or another voting year coming for election run again for the presidential election, that is, you might see me be a Republican, right? I'm not loyal to any particular side. I am always loyal to an agenda that suits me, an agenda that suits me and people like me, my community where I live. You understand? Where I operate, where I do business at. That's what you're supposed to be loyal to, not loyal to a color. If you're loyal to a color, you're no different from them gangbangers that say Bloods and Crips and my blue and I'll kill a ninja in red and I'll kill a ninja in blue. You just loyal to what? Orange and green? You just loyal to what? A donkey and what's the other one signal with them use? A bell or something? You can't be just loyal to no political party. None of those political parties are loyal to you. This is the message I've been trying to get through to our people in Jamaica for the longest. I love these powers in the US because you flex them like that. Now, if you catch me doing local election, exactly the same thing. I might vote for a Democrat to be the mayor of my city. I have to see his agenda. I might vote for a Republican if he has a better agenda for my city than the Democrat does. I'm not loyal to any of these people. None of them are loyal to you, right? So the way how them a beat Buju on social media, yo, we have to go through some of these comments because so the people them have no chill. But what this tells me is that Jamaican people will never change. They won't. Jamaican people will never change. The majority of them, no matter how you try to enlighten them, no matter how you try to support them with positivity, no matter how you try to show them like the light, the right direction, how to do things, they will never change. They will sit there and you will waste your breath them saying, yeah, man, see what you say still. That makes sense, you know? Yep. And go right back to doing what they were doing before. That is what I have seen. It's hard talking to Jamaican people. It's hard. It's hard trying to get them out of that rut, out of that mindset that they have to be loyal to one political party comes what may. Hell or high water, I'm going down with the burning, sinking ship. That mentality right there. It is sad, man. It's sad watching them do it. Here they are. Well, you know, Buju in the place and thing and doing thing and thing. You know, I don't want to put no sound on in case they're playing people's music. But a beer horn in there. Buju look like him have some Secret Service men around him in case anything pop off. But he's there. And there are many more video clips and pictures. Missy Brambam says, remember the majority are dunce. You know, say, sister, when we tell with Jamaican people that, you know, they start looking at us like we're not Jamaicans. Me, I want Jamaican too. So if me look upon you, my brother and sister, and said the majority of us are dunce, I'm not an outsider looking in. I am one of us that's telling the rest of us that the majority of us are dunce. We're dunce on certain topics. We're dunce on certain subjects. Me not say we're dunce all the way across the board. We are dunce in certain areas. Even people who are highly educated are politically dunce. Them just stick to one party no matter what, right? All when it a mash up the country and mash up the place and sell out everything. And Jamaica is becoming Jamaica no more, and everything is in favor of foreigners. They still stick to it. They still, as long as liquor butter reach for them bread, they're good, right? They don't care about everybody else and what's going on. Tell me he's not seasoning his spliff. Him feel like one of God's angels the way he is looking and acting. Him feel like one of God's angels the way he is looking and acting. Me feel like one of God's angels them too. You're supposed to be full of self-confidence in life. What Marcus Garvey said, a man without self-confidence is twice defeated in the race of life. I full of self-confidence in life. And that's another thing that we do to our own self. You know, you're not to be too bossy, and you're not to have too much pride, and you mustn't speak loudly and out clearly, and you mustn't walk out with your head held up high and your shoulders square and stick out your chest and full of confidence. Then while you walk and ball up yourself and look down upon the ground, you know, slave master them, you couldn't look them in them eyes, you know, you'd have to look on them feet, knees and below. So every time them talk to you, if you look down, so yes, sir, yes, sir, eyes, so sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. I saw people, I saw people wow if you go through life, you know. The man not do nothing, you know. The man just step into the place and hold up him fist, sir, and hear this now. Tell me he's not seasoning his spliff. Him feel like one of God's angels the way he is looking and acting. The way he's looking and acting. The man turn up in a one place and he's acting. Right? So suppose him really start act now. From Buju forward from prison. Him not so 100, you know. That's what another comment is. From him forward from prison, him not so 100. Next person said, sad to see it's sad to see the old slave mill still grinding slow, but grinding still. That's Junior Gang lyrics, but then I use it against Buju. When Michigan and Smiley recorded Social Barriers Broke Down, it was a heavier climate than this. Not surprised if anyone listened to this rhetoric, you would have known Bob sent everyone have a right to decide his own destiny. Study your Jamaican politics, know your history before anyone come jumping over here. History have also told us who shot Bob. So my advice to any artist is to stay out of the political arena. There they go with their fear and their fear mongering again. Here what? How the great Tupac Shakur said it. He said, a coward dies 1,000 deaths. A soldier dies but once. You wake up every day, you're just afraid. And you can't use your platform to do what you're supposed to do. And you can't stand up. And you can't open your mouth and speak to lead people in the proper direction that you believe they should be leading in. You have to see injustice and pass it and stay quiet because you're in fear. You die every day. Every time you have to hold back what it is you really want to say, and it's something beneficial to leading people to better, but you swallow it because of fear, you die every single time you have to do that. You die every day. A soldier dies but once. A coward dies 1,000 deaths. I'm sure Buju ain't worried about all that. I'm not talking about Bob Marley and who got shot. And my advice to every entertainer is to stay out of the political arena. Yeah, we know Jamaica run already. Why you think Buju did it with a bunch of men around him with dark glasses on will look like some Secret Service agent? You think he don't know that? Didn't I say this before on a couple of days ago on another video? Somebody says, I don't even listen to people like Buju Banton because all them do is stay behind them big wall around them compound and chat on camera, social media, and speak in parables and all these things. Why don't you come out, put feet on the ground and lead the people? And I said, lead the people for what? So the big dunce people them who he's trying to save can also kill him? Because we know how the place go, and we know life is cheap in Jamaica, and it don't take much for somebody in Vigo, one of them little dirty foot there, to give him a gun and send him come slap you. Eh? All because they don't like what he's saying and he has a lot of influence. Red Marshall got to JLP conference at SouFLoTV. Wayne Marshall got to JLP conference. Them not really too care about Wayne Marshall again. Wayne Marshall is more like a social media person now in the eyes of. Buju Banton is more of a political kind of a person. No disrespect to Wayne, I'm just saying. Wayne is more of a social media, Wayne and Tammy and the family, and this biracial couple that is showing this side of Jamaica, the picture that they want the world to see, and all kind of other something. Wayne he's not really looked at as. I'm just saying. I'm saying it for what it is. Buju is looked at in a different light. If you listen to all the songs that Buju sing and the political stance that Buju take, you never hear Wayne Marshall come out and say anything against anything yet, right? Right. And there's a reason for that. So there we go. If they're aligned to the party that's in power, and the party that's in power is not doing what it's supposed to do on any level, on any topic, their strategy is to just go quiet, live their lives, and know that they are covered. Them good, for them like a piece of bread is getting a piece of butter, and they're all right. So that's how that goes. But Buju is seen as somebody completely different. Now, here's the thing. When I say agenda, and when I say you have to go with what suits you, me and you can be really, really good friends, but you don't see eye to eye with me politically, because what one party is saying does not match you and your agenda for your family and your lifestyle and your survival, right? You might be a business person, and here comes these big tax hikes under one political party for business people. And now you're like, nah, because my business is going to suffer. I'm going to have to go lay off people, SouFlo, and then me now I'm going to make enough money to take care of my family. Plus, me have to lay off some of my workers, So you look at it different. Me now, I'm over here like, well, me not own no business. So even though them I talk about business taxes, I go spike up for business owners, it's not going to affect me. I don't own no business, so I don't have to worry about laying anybody off. You see what I'm trying to say? Right. So you have to go with what is yours. Even you and your best party, where you sit down, drink, smoke, talk together. Y'all can be on two different agendas. Ain't nothing wrong. And there is nothing wrong also with switching party. Because the next time election come around after this, if we see Buju in a green and him show up at the JLP something, the people them are gonna beat him again. I swear I'm confused, Last time I did PNP, now him over here, so a JLP him jump ship. And when in fact, it is supposed to be that way. This is one of the things that they have used to their advantage over the people for the longest. It is supposed to be that way. Bob Cosmic says Buju never wrote one of those Rasta theme songs because the hair on his head was a deflection from the shade brown by the Chichi people. It was a Ras from Laurelton, Queens, New York. Facts. Well, me don't know about all that. Never Hallelujah says they see the suffering in the country. Plus, these politicians don't care about the people of Jamaica. It's time for a change. And like I said before, Jamaica people, biggest mistake is allowing any political party that gets into power to feel comfortable. That right there. We as a people have allowed our leaders to feel comfortable. So comfortable that these people forget that they were elected by us to do our bidding and we pay their salary. They forgot completely. How do you vote somebody into power and then become subservient to the person you voted into power? Okay, you vote me into power, me at the done now. Bow down. Bow down to me. Stay down there and put my foot on your neck too. How did that become that? That's not how it's supposed to go. You're supposed to fear the people. You're supposed to be in your office every day working long hours being like this, like, oh, damn, if I don't get this right, then no, I'm going to put me back in, And you're supposed to be telling your wife and kids, pack your things because I think that this is going to come together so them are going to vote we out. We have to go change address and these kind of things. They're comfortable. They don't care. They're like, them get elected in and they're like, yep, me are the man now. What the big motorcade there? What the security detail there? All right, up to my mansion you go. Hey, sir, hello. The whole country abandoned. We'll take care of that later, man. Sir, gunman control the place, I see police and gunman in a shootout one time. And I saw police back up and run go hide. And gunman turn on. Yo, when them turn on, we watched it. It was somewhere in Montego Bay not too long ago. It was on a hill, some big house where them did go hide out, Of course, eventually law enforcement closed with and destroyed the enemy because they got a whole heap of backup and help from the JDF, Jamaica Defense Force, and all that. But it'll show you the kind of firepower that was in that house. Because gunshot beat for hours, and I said to myself, say, how much ammunition they had in that house. But then I had to think deeper. Who the hell armed these people like this? Where did all that come from? How all that reach into the country? And then you see some gun with them fine. They gun them big and long. I've been in the army, man. I was in there for a decade. I didn't see no damn guns that look like that. Or matter of fact, the 240 Bravo. That's the only place I've seen a gun that look like that. And them gun there reach Jamaica. A man have them gun there for use it upon law enforcement. Anytime. Come on, man. Jamaica is not as good as people want to make it out to be. I say this all the time. Jamaica nice. It nice. The vibe's nice. Everything nice. But it's like heaven and hell in a one sentence. You understand? Heaven and hell in one sentence. I saw a young lady yesterday did a video. Her first video I caught was she's moving to Jamaica from England. She can't take the UK anymore. It's not, and she's not Jamaican. She's UK born, but to Jamaican parents. So I left a joke comment. I said, well, you'll be moving back to the UK soon. If you see the amount of Jamaican, especially man, somehow the man need to come off of social media. Because you just go around like a woman arguing with every other man's comment. Who does that? Aren't you busy? Aren't you busy trying to increase your income, your net worth? Aren't you busy trying to build generational wealth? Aren't you busy trying to provide for and protect your damn family? How you get so much time on social media and you don't work on social media? And you argue with about 50 different men one time every day. Anyhow, it said, one of them said, how you figure that SouFlo? Argue with me. What? Me ready. I'm like, I was talking to the young lady. I wasn't talking to you, sir. But anyhow, she answered back and she said her dad was there in Jamaica. Her dad left the UK. He's Jamaican, but he left the UK to come down to make sure that she's situated properly when she, land on the ground, get her little apartment and this, that, and the other, set her up and get her running. I said, oh, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. Update yesterday, she did a video. She said, in the video yesterday, she said, why is it so hard to get simple things done in Jamaica? Just simple things. And she started describing the process of getting a driver's license. And she was like, she ended up at one office. And then when she ended up at that office, they said, okay, it's going to cost this much. And she must fill out these forms and turn them in. She said, okay, if you go somewhere, say in the US, right, or in the UK, if they're going to tell you these forms are required and you have to pay this much, we do all that in one location, not Jamaica. She said, so she's like waiting for the form. And they're like, no, you have to go get the form at Ansewan next address. And she was like, what the hell? Okay, how far is that? She's thinking so it might be in the building right next door, right? No, it's way down this one, way around this one. She have to drive across town to go get that. Then she have to pay the fee. No, the fee is not paid there. The fee is paid somewhere else as well. Like, move on, go, man. It's 2023. The place need fix up. It's so much that's going on that we need to speak on. But every time we speak on it, we're not going like say foreign better than yard. The whole out not going like say heaven on there when on the reach foreign. The same people them we have broke them neck and climb through tunnel if you come here enough. Then we cuss you if you say anything needs fix up. But Jamaica need fix up big time on all angles. It need fix up. And the people who they have running it, don't make them get comfortable. If you are not comfortable with what is going on right now, are you the people supposed to be comfortable? Is not your leaders supposed to be comfortable? Your leaders are supposed to be working their ass off to make sure that you, the people, are comfortable. Me tell you, Jamaican people talk about, and they go in the hospitals and then film it and they put it on social media. I said, Jesus Christ, I want to rock that. They're like, yes, this is the condition of the Kingston Public Hospital, and people are sleeping on the floors, and there aren't any beds in here. And look at the dirty condition, the mold that's growing on the wall. Let's go into the bathroom of the, and them show you all these pictures and these videos, right? And then when you see it, you being a forward thinker like I am, you go straight to one of these leaders. You say, listen, we don't want any more of the new stuff where you talk about you are build new building and new this and new that, fix up them hospital there. A country that cannot take care of its sick people is a weak country. If you cannot take care of your sick people, you are a weak country. If you cannot take care of your elderly people and your children, you're a weak ass country. Okay? Fix up them kind of something there. But no. And every time I keep pointing this out, how these people, when anything happened to them, what do you see them do? This is the same people who you vote for, you know. You have to go take up a GoFundMe. If you try something happen to your family member, you're not rich like that, you gotta go take up a GoFundMe because a certain amount of money is needed for your persons of your family to fly out to some country. Then we have to go beg a country like the US or somewhere else, please take one of our burn victims and treat them. And the US says, yes, but it'll cost you 30,000 US dollars. And then here we are on GoFundMe hustling. So and so needs 30,000 US dollars. We've already talked to the US and they said bring him come, but we need the money. And this why we can't have all that in our own place. After we know handicap, after we know slow, we produce some of the best people in the world, intelligent minds, young doctors. Why we can't have none of that? But you notice what they do, right? When them get sick enough, the only thing them do are wave to the people and go on gone on a plane. Where's he going? To go take care of business. I sick enough, end up in a hospital over in the US. So the hospitals back there ain't good enough for them to lay down in when them have to be in a hospital for a week or a couple of days. They go away. They go overseas. But them leave you, us, the people. Yeah, man, I don't use the little decrepit hospital them we want to fix up from God knows when with the antiquated equipment them in there and rat and roach and run around in the fight off the patient them. Some of them too weak to fight the rat them just watch the rat them go and come and go and come. I would freak the hell out if I'm in the hospital and I see rats and roaches. I would I would freak the hell out. And I remember when Etana said, that's one of the reasons I couldn't move back to Jamaica. Like, I don't want to grow old in Jamaica. Who tell her if say that? One mount a bitch and hoe and whore and all kind of sitting them call the poor girl. But you know, when we look into it, she said, okay, tell me the truth. If you're an elderly person and you're living, you age out your days and you're living, say, nice countryside in the rurals of Jamaica, something happened to you. How fast is help going to reach you? Because where I'm at right now, I think she said Florida. She was like, where I'm at right now, either you press your little life alert, something, beep, I've fallen and I can't get up. Two tools them knock down your door. And if them knock the door and you can't reach the door, them lick off the whole door and come in there, come save you. Not true? Two tools. And you just have your little life alert. You so beep, I've fallen and I can't get up. And even if you can't talk, you just beep. Okay, SouFLo help is on the way, and they're there. We don't have none of them something there. None of that. Which part me come from a Clarendon, my friend? Me can walk miles and miles and miles and I won't see that one police station. And then when me finally see one police station, that the police station they have opening and closing hours. And that's it. And anything happen to your rotted after closing hours, you know. Yo, and I drop me a talk, you know. Anything happen to you after closing hours, you see? Police there in the yard. In the yard, I don't know. I do homework with the kids and live regular life and and wine and dine wifey and you know, are there one soldier yard because soldier gonna mobile up on state of SOE and Zoso and in gonna check a soldier man girl or something, but he's not at work. He's not at work. Where I am at, in every state I've been, say in the US, it's 24-hour rotation of law enforcement. Something happened to my yard, 1 o'clock in the morning, I know 911 and they're there in 2 twos. Just like that. My house alarm go off and we couldn't remember the code if we put it back in there if we stop it. And that thing said, you have 30 seconds. After that, we will be notifying the local authorities. So we are fight with the blood fire. Wait, you remember it, man? Wait, woo, 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 that thing start go off. I kid you not. I felt like them people that did stand up outside of my door already caught them. Couldn't reach it that quick. But these are the securities that you have, right? And we want those same things in Jamaica for the citizens. Them they deserve it. So why we can't have all that? Why are them alone for have it? And why when they need it, they have to fly out to go get it? And left the rest of we they here and worship them. Come on, man. Jamaican people need to wake up. So Buju Banton goes to the People's National Party conference. Let's be for real. This is a message. I actually wrote this down because I wanted everybody to hear that one here. Jamaica really has an election process. So now walk with me. Jamaica has an election process. Jamaica has two parties to choose from since the people of Jamaica have said no to the UIC. I was all for telling everybody about the UIC. I was all for, but y'all heard me. For those of you who've been here long enough, when did I keep on saying over and over that the UIC is not bold enough? They're not out there enough. I'm a Jamaican. I understand Jamaican politics. I understand that a lot of theatrics comes with it. I understand that a lot of boots on the ground, a lot of fanfaring comes with it. Some support from some, just like how JLP have Buju Banton, PNP have Buju Banton come out and somebody say, Wayne Marshall and them gone at the JLP something. You have to have all these things lined up and in order. I didn't see it happening for the UIC, even though Mr. Patterson laid out his agenda and it sounded like the best thing I've ever heard, right? And wish that it could be something brought into fruition. But the people have decided we're going to stick to the little old something where we know a year, sir. We don't want nothing new. Okay. What can you do about that? Nothing. You can't do nothing. There still stands two parties, right? So with the two parties them that are standing now, how do you choose? I hear people saying stuff like, don't vote. Nobody enough to vote. Come on, man. Y'all should be more intelligent than that. Because if you're telling everybody nobody enough to vote, you really think that's gonna happen? That's like me saying nobody should kill and steal, and nobody should commit adultery, and nobody should. Yeah, nobody should. But a lot of people do, and a lot of people have always done it, and a lot of people always will. So people are going to vote, which means the process is still going to continue. I understand the people who are calling for nobody to vote. If they woke up one day and it's time to vote for the next prime minister and not one person show up for the election, everything would change. But guess what? This utopian idea that you have is never ever going to happen. Everybody ain't gonna stay home. What's the next step? Me not vote, cause me not like none of them. All right, I know this is painful for you, but hear me out. You not vote cause you not like none of them. One thing I've learned is this: when you have an opportunity to make a choice, do it. That's what they tell us in the army. If you have an opportunity to make a choice, do it. Because in the army, they don't give you too many choices, right? You roll with whatever the hell comes down the pipeline. But if they ever tell you choose quickly and choose. And don't sit there and talk about, nah, it's up to you. I'll just roll with whatever. Because that's exactly what's going to happen. So the people who are saying, don't vote, me not vote. Somebody's going to vote for you. Somebody is going to vote for you. I don't care if you want to come out later after the election and talk about SouFLo. Is only 95 people voted. The 95 got split between the two parties and a decision was made who the new winner was. They're not going to just kill the whole political process because a few people decide not to vote. Somebody is going to have to vote. Vote. If you don't vote, somebody is going to vote for you. When somebody votes for you, what ends up happening is you hate the damn choice that was made. And now you spend the rest of a couple of years steaming. Yo, I can't stand the government, you know. You see all Andrew him. I can't wait to vote him out, you know. Yo, I swear I should have voted the last election, you know. And you didn't vote though. I've heard people say, yo, me a die-hearted JLP, me vote last election and me help vote in Andrew. But you see next election, swear to God me a vote him out. Or me a cast my vote against Theme Party. Well, I can respect that because you have a reason why, right? And you're also showing that you're not die-hearted to one side or the other. But I'm telling you, telling the people not to vote will not fix anything. Especially those of us who are saying the UIC would have been the best fit for Jamaica. Why? Because we've already tried JLP on for many years and that never worked out too good. And then we try on PNP for many years and the suit they never fit we neither because it did too tight like jacket. And then we're stuck in the middle and we flip and we flop and we flop and we flop and we flop more. Every time we go to the other side and the other side, them remix and give us back the same something, right? So the only other option we had that was real, that would have made a difference, was to try something completely new and see what it does. Just give it a chance. One term, see what it does. I told the people, give it a chance, one term, and see what it does. If the UIC comes out and does anything along the lines of what they spoke against, you vote their asses out as soon as you can, right? Matter of fact, have an uprising. I make them come to that Ross. But you can't not try something new and then you sit down and complain when you are the one that keeps on picking the same old, same old, same old per repeat. That's your fault. That's your business. That's you doing that. I don't cry for people who bring sorrow into them own life. You know a man who go out every night, go party with him friend them and beat domino around a corner this one and chase every skirt we pass him and all that. And next thing you know, him carry him one STD to him wife, him good and faithful wife. When they home with the 4 picnic them one time, him a run road. And then she decides, say, I can't take any more of this, John, me gone at divorce time. Now him want come ball to everybody else. Jesus Christ, the girl wicked after how much me do for her. You know, long with them together, I love her, you know. And you bring sorrow in your life, brother. There was a course of action that you should have been taking. You should have been going home. You should have been making sure the money we did go party was reaching the bills at home. You should have spent some of it on your wife. You carry her out every once in a while, buy her something nice every now and then, give her a little pocket money, so go and go buy something nice for yourself. You should have been spending more time with the children so you don't get burnt out. You should have been doing, there's a whole list of shoulda you should have been doing. But you were doing the opposite. So why you crying now? Me fi cry for you? No, me I save my tears. Me I save my tears for when somebody dead. Me I save my tears for one of them picnic I get sick and can't get better. Me I save my tears for something when mean something. Me not cry for you. You are inviting all this into your life. And I told you all before, me done cry for Jamaican people. I'm done. Nobody from Jamaica can call me and tell me, well, boy, it's up for rough, you know. I get to do something now and that. I mean, did you vote? Yeah, who did you vote for? Okay. Who did you vote for before that? Because you're big and old like me. So you see quite a few elections. May I talk to you and say how your political mindset stay. You understand? If you're one of them people that we are talk about, or I mean, in them politics and all, Rasta enough to mix up in a politics and all, the clink. Yo, here one, I'm busy right now, you know, I pick up one of my kids, them. Oh, here she comes. All right, me have to hang up now, here. All right. Me talk later, man. Yeah, never again. Because that's what they want. People want sympathy, they want you cry for them. They want you, oh, this woe is me. The world has fallen on top of me. Woe is me. The skies are coming down and crushing me. Woe is me, is me. Oh, the walls are closing in, is me. And them actions, it is their actions that's bringing the results that they're living through. And them do it repeatedly. You know, say mad people do them something there. What is the definition? What is the true definition? It's a mad somebody do that. That is in a state of psychosis. You wake up every day or every election period to do the same thing and get the same unfavorable result. And all when people show you different, you're still you're yes man and you have a point, you know. So you know what, this time Me I go do different, cause yeah, you make it make sense now. And then when you check them, no someone saw me see that on the screen, that's what in the same I jump up again and I said, these are crazy people. Insanity. Thank you, great goodies. That is actually the definition of insanity. Doing the same rotted thing over and over and over and over and expecting different results. And yeah, get the same result repeatedly, and you just do it again. No man, it can go change. Do it again. Nobody now make me live like no mad somebody. Nobody now make me live like no mad somebody. Yeah, that part. Now, as far as this goes, we know that the UIC is not going to be a contender, not unless they come out in a way that surprises all of us. But we have to be realistic, and I'm a realistic person. I would have loved to have seen a difference, a change, a significant change. But I know so it go. If you don't vote, somebody is going to vote for you, and you're going to have to live with other people's choices. And that's that. Now, the last part of this Buju Banton showing up to the PNP conference, to me, the last part I want people to know. Rasta no mix up in our politics. You know, so that was one of my biggest problems with the Rasta movement. Me tell you, one time gone in my lifetime, because people don't understand that you're human and you go through changes and you discover certain things and you live that way, and then you discover other things and you change from that way, right? As you grow, as you get older, your knowledge is supposed to increase. And if your knowledge is constantly increasing, there's no way you can remain the same person from your 19 till you're 45, till you're 70. There's no way, right? Okay, so in my younger days then, holy Emmanuel, I me that, and dreadlocks and all these things, I me that deep into the movement, right? And then I started, like all them tattoo I did up on my hand, some of them did that from before, because I start get them from me did young. I remember a brethren of mine, Eldaras, went to Miami to go check on next Eldaras at his place of business. Nice big store him have and thing, and we go in, and the Eldaras start look for me up and down like, that time I just I grew up my little picky dread them, and I put myself with who I thought could teach me that way, right? I could learn from. So when we go around the elders now, I get there steer down, and I remember leaving after they had their conversation, which I wasn't a part of. I remember, me see the phone ringing up. Give me 5 minutes, make me done talk. I remember leaving, and as we were leaving, everybody, do them lion paw and bow, and well, you don't call it a bow, but lion paw, and reverence. Out the door. Next person, lion paw, reverence, out the door. Me now go choke my hand both a lion paw. And the elder ras look, me hand in the ear, a little young youth, my hand in the ear, and the elder ras goes up. And look my hand up and down, so we did have the tattoo upon it. And turn his side like his one was gonna turn his back to me. From then, I was like, them people are not teach people nothing. Now, me come to Rasta with twisted twiny out here. I guess I was before my time. Me say Rasta with earring now, ears ring. Me say Rasta with tattoo and everything else now. Right? Right. So, maybe I was before my time. But I started noticing then that even those who preach a certain way weren't living a certain way. So I was like, okay, I guess this is just like Christianity. It's just like you take it up and you walk with it. And how you live it is how you live it. It's your thing with you, your covenant with the Almighty. This not to do with everybody else. Yeah, Andrew, right, the man diss me big time, but it's all right. Fast forward now. Me hear them talk about Rasta mix up in the politics and all these things. Bing! My light goes on. I'm like, well, politics governs everything where you live. So if you are not a part of the political process, you're not even at the table for a discussion. You are not represented at all for a discussion. The whole of we can't run, we're going to live at Bubble Hill. The whole of we can't. So Where's this going, and how are you making an impact for the future? You know, Buju Banton has a daughter that is a part of the JLP, Jamaica Labour Party. She's very much into politics as well, right? I think she ran for political office, and I don't remember if she lost her seat or not, but she's still there and she's a contender. So if he is wise enough to raise his children in a way where him never beating at them head, you're Rasta in a politics, you know. I sit down, the man sit down, and he's a step ahead of the ancient thinking of Rasta in a politics. And he's thinking, a politics govern this. Buju Banton wanted to open a what's it called? My mind I said GoFundMe, but I'm not GoFundMe. It's a foundation. Something like, you know, like you have the Bounty Killer Foundation. No, not dispensary yet, Bob Cosmic. It's like a foundation, like you have the Bounty Killer Foundation, and you have the charitable foundation Buju wanted to open to start. But you need certain registration and certain paperwork to go with it, right? He was denied that in Jamaica. And he was denied that based on the fact that he committed a crime in the US and he did time in the US. And he was denied those paperwork to start his charity in Jamaica. So under the JLP, he was denied that. Who's to say, because we're talking about politics and showing the people how it works for them and how you make a decision. Who's to say that big, heavy Buju Banton never say, yo, Mark, come talk to you now. Yo, you know, say, I want to open my charity because people need help, boy. Yeah. And we don't want us go down a road, you know, every weekend, go hand out plate of food, because the people them suffer all week. You see it? So here, Mark, matter of fact, Mark, me, I have the same name, not true. Mark Golden, Mark Myro, can't reason, man. All right, so here, I come out in an orange site, and I say PNP site, and I lead the people them to you site, and in return, you make sure so I get paperwork to start our charity around here. And them say it's a deal, Buju, it's a deal. And he's out there. I saw if it work. I saw I saw politics work. This is the same way us have to go to the politician and say, yo, Andrew, here what? Jamaica nice enough, but you see gunman thing, we're afraid enough. And we want you to do this and we want you to do that. And watch out. You see the minimum wage there? Where you have man walk out then sold case and broke off them back for $89 a week for 40 hour work. Brother, you never work a construction job yet. You ever do out there on the hot asphalt yet? No, man, come out there with women. Yeah. So you know what we want you to do now? We want you to make the wages livable. See? And if you can make the wages livable, we work with you. Him say, I cannot do that, you know. I have to but it is livable if 10 on live in one house and you pool your resources to get Andrew when I want live in a 10 in one house, Andrew me want me and my girl. If I broke down the bed and she make be a nice time, I blow me no want make my auntie in the next room and knock your wall and them something there and the whole away affair pack up like sardine because we can't afford the own place. We want some kind of good life, Andrew have to say. Well, I can't promise you that I can't. All right, we're not voting for you then. Over here, so now, Mark, you hear the argument with us, Andrew, don't it? All right, you know the agenda, right, sir? All right, so what going to happen? Yeah, we have 4 districts down there, so in 2023, we still don't have no running water. Yeah, you ever drive on a piece of road down there, so around Christiana, we are go down a Murray there, so down a Bullocks way. You ever drive around there, so? Eh? One of them patrol that will swallow up your whole car front, you know, daddy. Mash up the vehicle, you know. You ever got them road they need to fix? We need the next 2 community them to get running water in a modern times now. And we need to fix up the little wages and make people can live off of what them work for. Because we're not afraid for work, you know. We just want to know so we get paid enough so we can pay the bills them and have like something left over so we don't feel like we're in a slavery. You see it? So you can do that. You in writing. Well, you are the man then, Mark Sita. Give me my orange shirt. I'm out front. I saw you're not supposed to do politics. It's a bargain. It's a bargain. It's like when you go market And she said, no, 150 a pound. And I said, no, mommy, man, 150 a pound. Some of them look like them all start rotting already. Let me take them off of your hand, man, because I do cut off the rotten part and do it. You know? All right, then. Give me 80 a pound. So you go from 150 to 80. Because you know, so they're not good enough. Here, I give you 70 a pound and I take a portion. All right, then. Go on, go on. I saw you for bargain with them. Don't play no game with them politicians here. I'm cutting this part of the video for saying no. None of them are loyal to any of us. None. They are loyal to their own agenda and the people who pull their strings. But we have to make the people who pull their strings know through them. So we are the one who run things on the ground. And no matter who on the pick and try put in, if him not do what we want done, out of there. So no better find out what the people them want and pick somebody that will give the people what they want. Period. Otherwise, be a sufferation and be ready to suffer. That's suffer. Yo, Karen noticed that that's SouFLo. You really know Jamaica, Moreover, that's really country. That's where I'm from. Well, if you come from there, so you come from where me come from then. You don't know me? You don't know me? If I'm wherever you come from, you know me, man. Or you know my people, them. Yes, and I'm sliding through there very often. We are the Smiths in our river, there, sir. Miss Ruby, Mas Clevey. Those SouFLo, you run a long time. No, Vicky, don't do me like that. Me never run when I left my place. I am there on a regular basis. Let's take a phone call. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFLo.
Brother, I appreciate you. Thank you, because I saw you calling before, but do you want to finish out so I may have to say so? Talk to it.
It's not just the UIC down there in Jamaica try do them thing. We see Mota Baruka interview about Marcus Garvey party and stuff like that down there.
What?
We forgot the name of the guy. We forgot the name of the guy where I try to run the party there still, but another UIC alone.
Are they registered though? Because them have to be registered, you know.
Yeah, so and so.
Yeah.
So and so. We can me motor broker and try interview them from when. I try to talk to them about it.
Oh, Karen, so she come from Bronte, Cedar,
Yeah.
Walder,
Yeah.
Silent Hill.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so but nobody don't know about them, their party there.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Yeah. So you see when me say the UIC will never make it because they're not known like that.
They don't come out in the public.
Exactly, my brother.
They don't come out.
And people keep on telling me over the years, because I've been saying the UIC for like 2 years now or more.
Yeah.
But people keep on saying, watch and see, man, we soon hit the ground. Where are they? When are they going to hit the ground?
We're not seeing no commercial for them or anything. So why them have to do all them work there?
Right. And we know so them get a fight, you know, with the media in Jamaica. Because anytime them do anything, the media just throw it under the rug, like they don't publicize it, them not tell the people said there's another. If the media in Jamaica was being fair, the media in Jamaica would say, listen, Jamaicans, you have 3 choices now, or you have 4 choices now. There are these 2 new parties that you need to educate yourself about. But here is front page, so you can read through what their agenda is and whatever. They don't do none of that. They just act like they don't exist.
It happened before because them they have a party name the movement. And they have a party name the movement. So I'm to that the party there when they have down there.
Well,
back in 1997, about that time there.
Fizzle out.
You know, I'm to them party there from way back.
None of your harmony says the UIC is being blocked and all the info is available on the UIC website. Okay, but where are they on the ground?
Yeah,
where are they on the ground? That's what the Jamaican people are. They're looking for you on the ground, right?
Yeah. You got to put commercial out. You got to put people on the ground for know who's running and all those type of thing there.
So with that, boy, yeah, it's not gonna work. It not gonna work. A JLP and PNP we have to deal with. And
yeah, exactly.
So we have to go pick with poison out of them two there.
Exactly.
All right, sir.
Yeah, all right.
Manners and respect.
Yeah, man.
Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo. This is Nunya Harmony here from Toronto. How are you?
I'm great. How you doing this morning?
Excellent. Okay, so I'm not a spokesperson for UIC, but I want people to know that the UIC is out there. They cannot make moves if they're not being allowed to have a bank account in Jamaica where they can raise funds and lodge their funds. Every political party needs to have that available to them. They are being blocked. And as you said, the media is also blocking them because they do not interview them, they do not discuss them. We all have to remember how politics runs. There are bodies in place, POSJ, or whatever they're called, who finance the political organizations. Right? So with that being said, the people need to also be responsible and seek the information. You can't just wait for people to come and put it in your hands. The information is out there. Every week, UIC is putting updates about the struggles that they're having or the struggles that they're getting, right? It's there. Just go online and watch it. On their YouTube, every time that they run into any type of challenge, it's there. That's all I want to say.
Okay. All righty. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right.
Thank you. I appreciate you as well.
All right. Have a good one. All right. So what I have to say about that is this. Check it. I understand all that. But what does the regular person do with that information? Because let's be honest, and I've said this to you guys, I don't know, man. I have my ear to the streets. I have my heart to the people. I know what beat we're on. Nobody is reading anymore. Right now, if you tell our people, go on this website, go get all the information right here to save your life, them dead by tomorrow, because none of them are going. Out of every 5,000, you might get 2 that actually go. People want stuff chefed up and fed to them, and that's the problem. But that's the world we live in today. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all these sites, everything is fast-paced consumption, right? So we as people in this society globally, we are now being programmed to be at that fast consumption pace. This is how you scroll your phone. You're like, oh, UIC dropped something new. Let me see what them say. Oh, that boring. Until something else is there. Oh, Buju there, PNP. Oh, watch the crowd. Look how them are going. Next one. Yep, next one with Buju again. And him have some people around him. And next one. All right, next one with Buju. Also, Buju is trending now. And you know, the UIC is not in your face enough. And like I said, I would have been that guy. I kept saying that they would be the best 4. However, I saw this coming, right? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing this morning? Why you sound so low? Hello? No, not at all. You can barely hear you. Something happened to your phone, man. Oh, by the way, for those of you who follow Andre, I saw yesterday or last night, you know, because this is all consuming, but I saw him last night on IG, so I think he's back. So y'all can go check him out. Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Now you sound good. Talk to it.
Yeah, I don't know how to the straight call. But you look at other places in other countries when their government isn't taking them seriously. Like even in France, when Macron, their president, was trying to pass this law and the parliament was letting him pass the law.
Are you gonna say the people took to the street in numbers?
Yeah, they came out in numbers because he was trying to do it by himself.
Right.
He was gonna override the legislature. They were like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was trying to raise the age of retirement age. And they came out in numbers, block up the whole capital, everything block up. Them start fight police, everything shut down. Every time something with the government happens that they don't like, they go to the street. That's the culture from like centuries now. No matter who in a power.
They do it in the UK too. Them do it in a couple of European countries, and it works very well.
Yeah. It works very well.
Yeah.
It scares them. They have to stop and say, okay, we're not bother with this. So we have to move out on the streets just like that. As it pertains to UIC and other stuff, listen, I think I said it before. In the last election, there was this candidate in St. Anne. Not this Hannah seat, I think there are 2 or 3 different seats, but it wasn't her seat, it was another seat in St. Anne. He was running as an independent. When you see people them on the street in a pure yellow, not PNP, but that's the color he chose.
Yellow.
I mean,
yeah, because PNP is orange.
Hundreds of people out there outside. And they were all so energetic. And I was shocked there's so much people. But when they came there to vote, they voted. He didn't win, but he got like 1,000 people. He lost because for JP got like 5,000. But he came out and he tried. So I think if we as individuals want to see change, every election there are people who are independent who run all the time. Without platform, or they try to have platform, they go around and talk to people all the time. I used to live in Jamaica. These are people come around, nobody know who I try one little thing, 1 or 2 people, they're not getting a vote. I get like 2.
Same.
If we could say, okay, we don't like JLP, we don't like PNP, we're not sure about anybody else, why don't we support independent candidates? Under the Constitution, in order to choose a prime minister, majority of parliament, which now is at 63 seats. So majority of parliament has to vote for the prime minister, the majority. There's not to be a majority party now, the majority of parliament. So if we have 40 independents in there, those 40 can all vote for one person who we agree should be the prime minister. JLP and PNP in the minority, they cannot decide that because our independents have the majority. We could also band together after we get to parliament. And look a plan, we can choose to try to get something. When you get to parliament, then you can choose the Senate because you have the majority. Now we can choose independent senators who really care about Jamaica and independent ministers who care about Jamaica. It's a different way of thinking about it.
Gigi Bibi says, our man asks for streets of Jamaica not safe. Who the hell want go out there so we can get robbed and shit? Listen to me. The streets of Jamaica ain't that dangerous, fam. I don't know why you put that in there, because the streets of Jamaica is not that dangerous. If people come out in Jamaica and protest all the time, and they don't get robbed or anything. Here's the problem. When they come out to protest, them only come out to protest point. Like the most protests you've seen in Jamaica is what? Police kill a man run around Zinkley and a bag of woman out in the street saying, it wasn't a gun man, it was a good boy. We want justice. That's it. I haven't really seen people come out, Jamaicans unified, and come out in numbers and said, this one hospital, yes, so fix it up now. By the time, only time we come out in numbers is
support the parties. That's what
support the parties. I must show you, because enough people don't understand this. I know, and guess what? Nobody is robbing and hurting anybody when they come out to support the parties. Have you ever seen a picture of a Jamaica political party rally, an aerial view? Yo, one time I see one aerial view and I swear, hear me to myself, me never know so Jamaica had so much people. Period. It looked like the whole population showed up just for it. It was looking like a big ant pile, and you ever poke the ant pile and then them just start same way it look. Me dizzy. I look on the people there. So if they can come out like that for a party, they can surely come out like that for the things that matter and hold those people who they vote accountable. See, our problem is this. Our problem is this. We think we vote for our favorite people and then we go away, I'll go sit down and wait for the magic to happen. And that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You vote for them, and then if they don't do what they're said they're going to do or should do, why you voted for them, you roll out in the same big numbers again. And this time you let them know how displeased you are with their performance, and make them know, say, yeah, come on, get it together, or you out of there. And watch and see if they don't get it together. But we don't finish up the job.
I think it's with Buju as well, because Buju choosing not to go to the PNP. Isn't his daughter an MP for the JLP?
Yeah, man, she is.
So it's like your own child. You're basically saying that I have my daughter. She ran for parliament. She and her party is not doing a good job. I have to go somewhere else. I couldn't even speak. So, like, how is that even making sense? You can't even talk to one child and say, wait, what's going on here? Why isn't he doing X, Y, and Z? You are closer to him than I am, than most people are. Can you please figure out some stuff? And did it get to a point where you had to choose a different side on your own daughter?
Let's be for real. Buju's daughter is okay. So in the political parties, you have hierarchy. Okay, so if you are one like a district, something from around there, so you don't get to talk to the A man above everybody. You have to go through tiers and layers to get to this guy. When you are up the upper echelon, so Buju knows that his daughter don't control anything in the party, and they share two different political agendas or two different political views, which is normal. This is what I'm trying to tell Jamaican people, that it's normal. This is what it should be. We should be able to be in the same house, and we have 6 people who live at the same address, and 2 of them in here is JLP, 4 PNP, or 4 JLP, 2 PNP, or whatever. And that's just what it is, because we don't see eye to eye. Me not go there in the house. And listen, this is what killing us. My granny a JLP. My born come see my mother a JLP. My father was a JLP. Me a JLP till me dead. If you ask them anything about the agenda these parties have and the laws and legislations that are being put in place to benefit the people, not one of them can answer you coherently or intelligently. Them just, me a this, me born come see this, so me a that. And Buju is actually showing us, break that friggin' cycle. My daughter is that. Doesn't mean that I'm going to be that. I can definitely be something else. I am being what suits my agenda right now. And that's that. And that's how the whole of which supposed to be. So I respect it. Somebody said, him is the worst. I could never have my daughter in politics and not support her. Him heart dirty. This is lower thinking.
I respect it.
This is lower thinking.
I just think it's weird that she wasn't conscious enough to realize that. I thought it were that neither of them was conscious enough to realize that both parties are contributing to the problem.
Yeah, maybe what JLP does is good for her, you know. Maybe what JLP does is good for her. Maybe her scope is not. Maybe her scope is not that broad. I mean, she's pretty young. You know, maybe her scope is not that broad. Young don't have nothing to do with it either. People just see through their own lens. You know.
Well, good for them.
Yeah, it's like me trying to see life through your eyes. I can't do it. And you can't see life through my eyes, because me have my eyes and you have your eyes. You know?
And the girl you were talking about from the UK who was saying that it's hard to get certain things in Jamaica. It's true. Because when I was growing up,
to get simple things done.
It's hard because every year she showed me, she has to get her life certificate, then she has to get it signed by somebody. She has to go find the person. You have to take the whole day until tomorrow. You have to come back down tomorrow. You get your driver's license renew. She has to go by yes. She has to go. Wait, she goes to the place closest to her.
Yeah.
Then they tell her you have to go X place all the way over there. So she has to get in her car and drive over there. So we spend the whole day on the road going to like 5 offices for no reason.
Just forget one thing done.
There's no people in one office to do everything.
Brian Hilton, have a good one. Buju was always rep for PNP, even when he was attending Denham Town School. Somebody said, well, it's time for a change. So, and the people them feel like it's time for a change. So, you know, it seems to me like, and let me be honest with you. Under the current administration, let me throw my hat in at the ring. Under the current administration, I remember I'm telling us UIC would have been my thing, but I'm one person And even though I see Missy Bram here saying the UIC is on every night at 8 p.m. you on YouTube and whatever, if the people ain't coming, they just not coming. I used to share everything that Mr. Patterson them put out, that the UIC website put out. I used to share it, and I realized it would get one like, or it would get no interaction. And right behind that, I would share a simple message like, stop telling your dreams to people who can't help you to materialize these dreams, because that's where people's dreams die. Just some random stuff me think and say it, and then me say like 100 and something like and something on it. And I'm like, okay, so they're not gravitating towards anything that's coming out of there. And there's nothing I can do about that. The reality is we have to deal with what we have, right? And stop this fantasy thing, because the fantasy thing don't work. We have to deal with reality. So as it is now, my biggest gripe with, I have my two biggest gripe with Jamaica as it is right now. Well, I three of them, Ross, it amount up. I don't like the minimum wage, something that guys look like slavery. And why are we importing more than we're exporting, and we're not manufacturing anything? And how come we weren't a part of, and still are not a part of, the global cannabis boom that's going on? People are making hundreds of billions of dollars off of that. Surely some of that good ganja money that could have used to do some good things on the island. That's true. I don't know. The list goes on and on. So it's not true. It's a whole heap. It's a whole heap. But
Yeah,
primarily,
but I decide.
primarily our medical facilities, public facilities, and our security. That them two there, primarily, is big
So
for
I
me.
disagree that we should work. PSOG, you said something about PSOG.
Yeah.
They work with in terms of policy. That is all of the big corporations in Jamaica in one group.
Mm-hmm.
They and their funding work together with every single administration in order to form economic policy for Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
The only person to go outside of that group died all the way long time ago. I was Michael Manley, and they were trying to push him out from long time because they say he was a socialist. He was working one person trying to fight that group. Everybody else cooperated, work with the program, pass the little bill, pass the law, and go along with it. And you can't have change this great inside of a system that only facilitates the policies of the few who keep funding the people who you want change to come true. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. They're never going to choose you over their pockets.
All right.
It's not going to happen.
Makes sense. Boy, it is what it is at this point. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Hey. Life is just showing you from small stages all the way up. See? Vicky, I'm gonna let you off on the hooking of Vicky. I see Vicky I talk about Moravia don't know me again, and you know, Christiana and them place they don't know me again, call me run left my place long time on these things. Hey, let me tell you something, Vicky. In my place, you know, plant firm in my place too, you know. Oh, so no bother with it. But anyhow, enough of that Buju Banton something there and the politics something. I hope somebody wake up. Yeah, I hope somebody wake up and realize, you know, going down with the burning ship and me at this and me I gonna be this till the day me dead. Cause my band comes to me granny at this and my mother at this. I hope y'all realize that you're just hurting Jamaica by doing that. Yeah, at certain point you have to start loving your people, your culture, your history, your roots, and what the possibilities look like for the future for Jamaica, because we are inhabiting that space for only a limited space of time. We soon gone to, you know. None of we not come here for stay for too long, and some of we are left early. So we soon gone to, and when we're no longer here, who's there next? What happens next? So if you're gonna deal with Mr. Sellout Man now, and Mr. Sellout Man plans to sell everything out, you pretty much know what the future is gonna look like then. Right? All right. With that said, big up to Buju Banton. I admire the courage. Because he knows him they're gonna get a whole heap of flack. But I admire the courage to step out. And I don't think Buju is one of them people that will really care what people say too much about him still. Right? USA, I mean, UIC is there. People are still trying to convince me that they can do it. The UIC is it, SouFlo. You can do it. We can do it. But no, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Don't trust Mark, Buju, Andrew, Wholeness, none of them. We don't trust none of them, right? But we have to vote for one of them. And that's the pick your evil. Pick your lesser of two evils. That's how it goes. I don't like Republican and I don't like Democrat, but I have to pick the lesser of two evils and the one that suits my agenda more. We beat that message to death this morning. The house the lay down and get up back. So who didn't get it won't get it at this point. We're moving right along. Let's talk about, well, this is just in passing. Shout out to Sherka Jackson, because you know Sha'Carri Richardson been beating us badly this year. And you know the whole rivalry something already. You know, the Americans versus the Jamaicans, sprinting is our something. You know, the Jamaicans are coming. Everybody straighten up, right? And then to see Sha'Carri Richardson come from run last place, miss, too slow to keep up, miss, going through our thing, miss, to just dominate everybody this year. And she beat all our sprint queen them at some point. One of them she beat 2 in 1 race. You know, you had to take your hats on, tip your hat off to her. But then shout out to Elaine, because at Diamond League, Sherka Jackson she unified the 100 meter and the 200 meters, double in the finals at Diamond League. And in that same race, for the 100 meter finals at Diamond League, Elaine Thompson-Herah was there, right? And Elaine Thompson took third. Tulu took second. It was Sherka Jackson first. Elaine Thompson took third. So we still walked away with something. I want you to know, say at them race, there's some big money them getting. I think the first prize is a $30,000 check for every race they win gold in. I think it's 15 for second place and 10,000 for third place or something like that, 5,000 or something. But they pick up a fat check for each one of them races that them win. But we don't count them pocket. I'm just saying, Sherka Jackson, thank you so much for unifying that 100 and 200 goal and goal again, and making the world recognize that, yeah, we had a rough year this year, because we're humans, right? We had a rough year this year, and America came out and did their thing, but we're not to be counted out. See? And shout out to Elaine, too, for hanging in there. And Elaine looked like she's on her way back for sure. She don't want to run too fast and tear up herself and then have to go all the way back, regress in her journey to get better. She's definitely on her way back as well. So shout out to them, too, there, for holding us down, of course. And we just leave that right there. So that's just in passing. Let's talk about Philip Paulwell's child and baby mother. Because the update to that, well, wifey, I'm going to say wifey, Sherika. Shakira. Wifey, the update on her chat. On her chat. Me fix it up. She did the update on her channel, right, over the weekend. So you can go over to her. She has more details than I do. She has more fancy videos because she can edit better than I do and all these things. So, you know, me just chop my thing on me a man. You ever go in a house and you can't say, yeah, I want a man decorate this. It's the same thing for me. I need the pictures and that's it. And we just go. She finesse her thing differently. So you can go over there and find out. But for this morning's discussion though, over the weekend, my mind run across the little girl, like a 10-month-old girl and her mom that are still missing. And a couple of headlines fly off. One of them says a person of interest was taken off of an airplane as they were about to leave the island. Right. So everybody has been wondering, who the hell is this person of interest that was taken off the airplane? According to the JCF, they're making very good strides in figuring this whole thing out. Yes, Angel D, she's way more tech savvy than I am. I'm the kind of person like this. Don't talk to me about maths. If you're not talking dollars and cents, like $2 plus 20, $100 go there so and 50 come here. So that are the only maths with me do. And anything other than that, I can help the small kids with the 1 plus 2s and the 3 plus 5. But anytime you want to offend me, start talking about 2xy minus negative 1 to the first power and then z. Just don't talk to me. Come in to do them something there. And I'm not. And also when it comes to technology, it's the same thing for me. I like the basics, point and shoot, right to it. If you have to do anything with, or you're gonna have to program this and then put this in and then add this code, miss me with all that. Just show me something else that I can buy. Come in and buy that. That's just me. That's just me. That's the only maths that matter. You know, sometimes I feel like we need to go back to school, like junior high and high school, primary school, basic school, and just fight some of them teachers, because them high school especially. Why was I doing that level of algebra? Where in life? Because I have never had to use any of it. You know, me just want to grab me Smith and just choke her at it, because we lost a lot of time where I could have been doing something else. You see? But anyhow, back to this. Person of interest held in the disappearance of Paulwell's daughter and mom. There's a major development in the case of MP Philip Paulwell's missing daughter and her mother. A person whom the police believes can help in their investigation was removed from an aircraft on the islands at one of the island's 2 international airports, as that person attempted to leave the island this afternoon. Now, here what? You notice them never say them catch her as songsters, or they catch him at here or there at one of the 2 airports. They're being very guarded with this information. So Radio Jamaica news source indicates that the individual was questioned about last Saturday's disappearance of the 10-month-old child and her mother. Sources says that the police are making good progress in their investigation of the missing mother and child. Meanwhile, Member of Parliament for Kingston East and Port Royal, Philip Paulwell, that is a big, heavy politician. That's not no normal round the way district, nothing. Okay. Paulwell earlier issued a statement on the disappearance of his daughter and the child's mother. He says the woman and the child have been missing since last Saturday when they left their Gilmore Drive home in Kingston 20. In a statement on social media, the MP described this past week as horrific. He said he has dealt with many things in his life, but the disappearance of his child and her mother is by far the most difficult thing he has ever had to navigate. He said that he has spent most of his time in dialogue with the police and persons who believe could assist in locating them. But at this point, nothing has brought them closer to finding the 2 that are missing. Mr. Paulwell said that he is not concerned with the various theories that are circulating on social media. I wonder if I'm woman when they will know do it. I wonder if I him do it because he never want to pay child support. I wonder if it. He says he's not concerned about any of that. He not care about none of it. He's just pleading with anyone who knows anything about their whereabouts to contact the local authorities and or family members or him or anybody who you can contact so they can get them home. Now, person of interest in the investigation into the disappearance of the woman and the infant, who shares with Member of Parliament Paulwell, was on the immigration watch list. This is another update. That was the news channel. Let me see. This was from Radio Jamaica News. I like to cite my sources so people can go find this info themselves. Because sometimes people, I don't know what the boys down there just make up stuff for. Somebody said that in our comment section last week. I find that offensive because I've been on for a while now. And those who follow this platform, they know how I do. I not just talk stuff out of thin ear, right? Unless I'm being hypothetical, and I make people know that. So Radio Jamaica News Online dropped that update, and then that was over the weekend. And then lately, The more later one was dropped by the Jamaica Gleaner that says a person of interest in the investigation into the disappearance of a woman and the infant child she shares with opposition member of parliament MP Philip Paulwell. That person was on the immigration watch list. Law enforcement sources have disclosed. Now, everybody is wondering, cause me and wifey talked about it over the weekend. We was like, I wonder if I the woman. I wonder if it's his woman. Cause remember we say, she did have baby for him. The baby is only 10 months old, so their interaction is recent. The woman was good and fine and well until you found out about her. Then she disappeared like around the same time you found out about her. There was something that she said while she was giving her "don't come for me" kind of speech, because I have nothing to do with this. There was the part where she said, why would somebody go outside or get in a vehicle with a man in dark glasses or something like that? Now, her cousin that reported her missing never mentioned anything about no man in the vehicle in a dark glasses or nothing. She mentioned that. So when she did that, I said, you know what? Me a hold off on this till me see what happened later. But how would she know that a man was in the vehicle in dark glasses? Because sometimes you just let people talk and then you can pick out rotted. Because I think the cousin did say the vehicle did tint up, don't? And she couldn't see inside. She couldn't see who was in there. So how says a man with dark glasses did in there? And you're saying, but who does that? Who go jump in a vehicle with a man with dark glasses? Right live through Erica TV. That's so I started saying that too. And wifey I say, yo, and the same thing me I say. Matter of fact, she said it. So his identity was not disclosed. So it's not her. Unless they're trying to throw us off, it's not her. It's not even a her. It's a he. So while we're wondering, I wonder if a she them take off of the plane, but them no want tell we. No. The update let us know that this person has been on their immigration watch list for quite some time. This is the local law enforcement saying that. And the next sentence says, his identity was not disclosed as the top level investigation is being conducted on a need to know basis, sources said. Understanding that the man, so it's a man, understanding that the man was turned back by immigration authorities at the Norman Manley International Airport, so now we know which airport, in Kingston, after he showed up to board a flight on Friday. Obviously, they flagged this person. So him go to airport thinking he was gonna leave, and they're like, you can't fly out, sir. Authorities, he's here, and then pick him up. The person was on an immigration watch list. He was on his way out, and we stopped him from going, is what the information says in the Gleaner here. However, the man is not in police custody, according to multiple sources. Deputy Commissioner of Police Fitz Bailey declined to comment on the probe when contacted by the Sunday Gleaner yesterday. I wonder who the man is. What is his connection to the island? What is his connection to Philip Paulwell? What is his connection to the woman that Philip Paulwell is with? What is his connection to this whole situation? Why would they think that he would be a person of interest that could lead them to figuring out what happened to, my mind at work now. So I want to know more. So the investigation is ongoing. And this is what Deputy Commissioner of Police Fitz Bailey said. He declines to answer comments on this probe right now. This is some high-level investigation going on. And I'm not going to make any comments going forward or any further. He heads the police criminal investigation branch. It is believed that 10-month-old Soraya Paulwell and her mother, 27-year-old Tashina Patterson, were abducted from their home in Gilmore Drive in St. Andrew on September 9th. Today is the 18th. 9 times 2. That's a long time to be gone, missing, abducted. This no look good. This no look good. I honestly don't think that they are sitting somewhere and somebody is feeding this baby and telling the wife to stay, or the woman, the mother, to stay quiet. I don't think this is good. I think this is going to be a case of no face, no case. Yeah. No face, no case. They were, and I hope I'm wrong, because I'm still trying to be hopeful, because especially since there's, I mean, not just for the child, but for even the mom as well. You know what I mean? I two big people them. She 27, she don't know baby. She know what she was doing. She know the man in him things with him other woman and all these things. She still got involved with him. That's nothing new. It happens all the time. Is it perfect? Is it the perfect setting? No. Did she deserve this though? No. I don't think so. And it wasn't like she was trying to bribe them or anything. The man knew about him picnic, right? So if anything, he was the one that was hiding it. You know, thinking outside the box. And Mr. Paulwell, if you're watching this, sir, I'm not trying to accuse you. This is just me thinking outside the box and sharing my thoughts with my audience. This is my private thoughts being shared. I thought to myself one of the times, I said, could this be a case of a prominent politician says to side chick, listen, I got a lot to lose. I understand, say you breed. Yeah, you say y'all keep the baby. Because sometimes, you know, woman breed, you know, but them breed with an intention. Like, if me breed for that boy, I mean, I keep it. If them breed for Brock Juba will ride the bicycle down the road, them a dash it away. They dash it away and say, yo, him can't support no baby. And me not ready for that yet. But if them breed for somebody prominent, they'll be like, me definitely I keep that baby. Child support alone, me rich. Right? So I wonder, and I was thinking to myself, like, I wonder if that man I tell that girl, I say, all right, we can't stop you. You know, baby are developing are you already. I can't stop you. You say you're going to have the baby. You don't believe in abortion suddenly, all these things. But here what? You make this go public. You make this go public. I mash up my home life. Or mash up in my political career. And you're going to pay for it. I will make you disappear. And then, cause who sent it? Who sent the note? Who sent that note to his woman that he is with? Who sent that? I saw messy something going on, you know, and some women are like this, you know. Them we know straight up say you have a woman. See? And in the beginning, it's all cool and good. Then we hide from our video. Then we help you hide too. And all this, right? And then now, oh, I'm pregnant. And I'm not hiding no more. And you're like, hey, girl, you did side chick. Fun story, true story. Told it before. Who heard it before. Who not gonna hear it? Who never heard it before? May I remix it right now, Gil? But there in New York, but there with my woman. Saying, we live together on these things. I like a bead up on the block. I want to deal with I say, yeah, you know, pretty little thing. And that time that my woman way older than me, and me and that young thing are the same age. We both young and giddy. My woman, she work a lot. And she only come home on weekends. You know, young, dumb, and full of and ready to play. So, unruly, bad, and no behavior and all these things, eh? Now, I'm living a good life because my family is doing good in Florida. So, I live the kind of life where I work in New York, you know, I enjoy myself and everything. I had a red Chevy Camaro, fresh out the shop, new paint job on it and everything, but I kept my Florida plates on it. Hit the gas on my Chevy, it's like, you know, just a time, man, walking through the store, see, I'm making trips. I would say every 2 weeks or so, I would call and my mom would be like, come on home, come down, come see your family and stuff. I said, boy, mommy, me not have no money. She said, no worry about that, man. Just say which day you want to come. Your ticket buy already. Say, okay. I'll pay for the ticket, but me I gonna need a car. She said, say less. Just tell me what day you come in and your car already arranged. I reach the airport, pick up one nice car. She always get me a nice sports car. And you know, go off and things. So me I carrying girls from like the struggle, Brooklyn struggle, to beautiful. You land in Miami International Airport, you're going off to see the palm trees and beaches and you know around my people and these things, and then back to New York and whatever. I remember the first time I carried this young lady with me, and she enjoyed her stay in Florida, and then she got back to Brooklyn. And why? Long story short, this woman end up in my living room with my woman, and I'm coming home. I'm open the door, push my key and open my door, push my door, and I see the two of them sit down on the couch. Now this is a girl who didn't know, you know, all along said I have my woman. She know all along so she have to duck when she see that woman and need too. And she know all along don't even say hi to me. She know all along all these things. And she still put herself front and center. And not only put herself front and center, she in there crying. She in there bawling. Sitting in my living room on my couch, bawling. I fell in love with him. I can't help it. This hurts. And I'm like, yo, that girl I need a big stone. What you are doing here? When me see her in there, I'm gonna try beeline and come out of that place. Me here, no, don't run, come. We gotta work this out. What's this? We gotta work this out. So may I tell you, from first-hand experience, a woman will do all them things that says she a cheat with you and everything, and I don't care about her. And you know, it's me and you, and you know, I'll hold it down. It's good. I'm good with this position right here. Until she starts see the potential of herself to be in that role, right? She's like, I want to be the one taking all these trips with him on a regular basis. Him have his own place. She live with our family, with a bag of people. I want to be the woman that's in that place with him. I want to be the one on passenger side of his car. Cause I used to drive down also. Cause I love driving and I love long trip where we can stop at this city and that city. And so I want to be the one doing all that. I want to be the one. Then next thing you know, them confront your woman. Hey, I got something to tell you. Yeah, me and your man been, and don't get mad, but them do it. So who first sent this woman who Philip Paulwell is with that information? Because remember, you know, the lady said, don't mix me. And I found out about this baby just now when Uno find out about the baby too. So she didn't know. She didn't know all along. So him have the 10-month-old here on the side. Somebody wanted that woman to know, say, hey, woman out here with baby theme. You see it? And it never work out too good. And from she disclosed that she exists with the baby, disappear. Tell me say something not in a something. Tell me say she was supposed to stay quiet. She was supposed to stay quiet. I know say I see something in my case, because that little bit did stay quiet, you know. It could have it could have gone for a while, you know. But she wild up herself. And she was like, nah, I love you and I want you for myself. I mean, I say how we reach. That's all. Because we talk out everything already. You know the arrangements already. You agreed. She stopped one blink short of signing paperwork. She said, this is how it's going to work. And I agree to the terms and conditions. And she still end up in my living room, sit down there, ball. Who go tell that woman, I say, baby out there? Now, the child has his last name. She said, I confronted Philip when the message came, and I'm learning about the child. Them just get it. Yo, I think about 24 hours after, or so, about a day or 2 days after that message reached her, said baby exists, a side woman exists, she gone. She disappeared. Did she want to be known? Did she purposely wanted his woman at home to find out? Boy, Asarin say you did sort her out real good. So she wanted you for herself. You know, say more time I not even sort out real good. As a man, I start get to learn woman, you know. I start get to learn woman. I not have nothing to do with no sort out more time. I notice now, so woman goes where comfort is. Woman goes where potential is. Woman goes where excitement is. Woman goes where, cause if you have a man and your whole life is just sit on a yard and that's it, point, full stop. And then you have a next one and is jump on a plane and let's go here. Grab a vehicle and let's road trip there. You know, let's fly through a couple of states in a couple of days. Let's do this. It start to feel different. It feel different from just sit on your the whole day in our house somewhere and you just do this boring, monotonous life. Okay, I go to work, I come home, I go to work. Boy, I'm boring, you man. Jesus Christ. I'm too young for all this. More some excitement in my life. That kind of stuff. And then when time you that I talk about, yo, where you been? Oh, I just came back. From where? Oh, from Miami. Damn. What were you doing in Miami? I went home to go see the family, you know what I'm saying? A little quick vacation, enjoy the beach a little bit, party a little bit, come back. You could take me with you. Don't tempt me. No, I am tempting you. Nah, for real, don't tempt me. No, I am tempting you. Oh, so you telling me you would come with me on one of these trips? For sure. If you let me know when, I'll definitely come. Oh, see that? Gone. And then, so I not even have to do it. You could have dead like doorknob. I don't have nothing to do with that. You beating up nothing and putting in nothing good. Them just want come woman go where comfort is. I told y'all this before. I know this one young lady from this city that I've been in now for about 15 years. And this lady, I watched the transition. I want big strapping man she used to deal with. That man I got to be about 7 feet tall, no over exaggeration. Him not normal tall, him like Shaquille O'Neal kind of tall and big. Right? And he was really an aggressive dude that a lot of people feared around here in this area, this part of Florida. Because a man were very New York cultured and he stayed on the road. You know, one of them road man there was stay up on the road and you know same inner things and everybody knows same inner things and this a move and that a move and money a make and it was all good. You know, the brother they catch a long prison sentence, you know, I'm thinking about 40 something years on a murder case. You know who she got there with? An old military veteran that has one leg shorter than the other one. And he is way shorter than she is. And she's a tall girl. She's a tall girl, like a 6-footer girl. She's got to be at least 5'11", right? If she's not 6 feet tall. So when me see her with the little short man, I still see in her face, like every time she see a tall man go by, you could see her, like she can't control it. She'll be talking to him like this, and tall man go by, and she's like, and she'll keep talking to him like this, you know? Like, that's not her style. That's not her flavor. But a whole heap of comfort there, so. The man I gonna make sure, say, she have a gym membership and she goes to work out on a regular basis and she's out dining, whining and dining while him hip and drop and come in, you know, and there's a little man with a big thick thing and him feel good about himself and, you know, she gonna make him feel like, say, he's the man. But it's the comfort. I'm sure him can't do nothing around this, so but it's the comfort, right? Because where she coming from to where she don't know, you can tell that's not even her type. That's why I say woman go with comfort there. Woman go with them go with the path of least resistance is where they go. Okay? And that's where some men get caught up. When you start that extramarital affair, that woman there, she did have her eyes on you already, especially when she know you're somebody else's man. She already match you up in her brain like this. Well, he knows what commitment is because he's very committed to a woman, even though I'm have me on the side. But I wouldn't mind having for myself still. Even if him I go have somebody else on the side, at least I would be the main woman. I want to live in another house that too. Yeah, I think I can get that woman out of the house, so me can go live in another house then. I want to drive another car there too. I want to take some of them vacation there too. I want to live the life there too. I want to be the main one where I spend the money. You can go be side chick. Me not care. That's how it starts to break down. And you end up getting in trouble. And you know, greedy puppy dog losing bone, you end up lose everything. Cause wifey drag this one and beat her down to sickness, she gone. And then wifey said she not stay need her, so she gone. You know, next time you see the side chick, you tell her, say, you can't come in now when I call wifey gone. Nah, I'm good, because you're not that appealing anymore. You're not, you're somebody, you're not somebody's somebody. So me don't want you. There's no fight there. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Some woman just weird like that. But I hope that's not the case in this case. That she wasn't supposed to out. Because this is a culture within our culture. We can't talk about it, you know. This is a culture within our culture. A whole heap of woman at Jamaica have picnic. The man will already have them family, or man will have prominent businessmen, or this, that, and the other. And she knows that she can't tell the youth, say, that are your daddy. Or she knows she can't tell everybody, say, yes, this is Mr. Mike's baby. Because them are going to say, Mr. who? Which Mr. Mike? District Constable Mr. Mike, where they run. Mr. Mike will have him family and him four picking them over. No, man. You breathe for Mr. Mike. So they hold it down. And them just tell the picnic like, either them give somebody a jacket. I say, yeah, Juba, this is yours. I love you. Juba name, you know. Anybody with name Juba out there, don't sue me. Because I use your name pretty often. But yeah, Juba, you're a baby. And Juba take it and say, yeah, Fim. You know, it has your lips and your nose, Juba. And baby, no look nothing like Juba. It's Mr. Mike's baby. So this is a part of our culture. And they will raise that child into adulthood without saying a word as to who the father of that child is. Because the man don't tell them already, yo, you can't mash up my family, you know. You can't, nobody make my wife want left me, you know. I would have, as a woman, I would have been so, me couldn't do that. Because when a man I tell you, say, if a man trick you now, that's a different story. If you meet a man on the next side of the island, because, you know, him family, they are Clarendon, but him work are Ochi, and we down there, so, and the chances of ever meeting is slim, and he's there on work program for like weeks at a time, to where you know, as a woman, you're like, well, it must have nobody, because my husband couldn't be gone from home for that long at a period of time. You don't know, say I work down there, so but him family up on the next side of Jamaica. So if he starts to tell you, you know, your romantic interest and all this and things that happen, that's different. And then you're gonna find out after your breed, said this man have whole family on the next side, and I tell me about stay quiet. That's different. Me I talk about the woman them when no, them live right down the street. They know. And you say, yo, from day one, I'm not leaving my family for you. Yeah, we can do a thing. But you know you have to go hold it down, right? Because if you catch the tour, we get friggin' at this. And she goes, yeah, no. You know, come on, let's go. We doing what we doing. All right. And we doing what we doing. There's a lot of women that sign up for that. It's a dangerous game to play now. It's a dangerous game to play. Let's put it like this. In 2023, nobody ain't playing with their investments anymore. Man not play with them investments. Woman not play with them investments. That's why you see these things happen. And, you know, when the truth comes to light and people are like, Jesus Christ, so she really go kill the girl for her man, or him really go kill the man for him girl. Listen, you playing with people's life, really. You know, my incident when I talk about, again, young, way young, from a whole different lifetime gone. So I can't talk about it and laugh about it now. And I'm glad I passed through that too and learned where I can say no, like, yo, That's definitely not healthy, and it's definitely not the kind of life I want to live. And I don't encourage anybody to live like that. Just cheating alone, I have to run and hide and make sure this erase every time you text and put this over here so and hide that back over there so and remember what you did say last week, but what you did there. And it's just like too much. You invest all that energy into doing all that. I'd rather invest all that energy into trying to earn some more money. Because at the end of the day, I'm picking them need things, it come down to money. You know? But ain't nobody playing with their situations no more. It gets serious out here. People invest, and they invest deeply. And then not to mention your health. That's the biggest investment. Your health. Your health. Anybody that you're cheating with is cheating on you. So that part right there alone, your health. And let me tell men and women something. You're in a relationship, you have your man. Right? As a woman, you have your man. But you have a man on the side. Your side man now wait upon you. When this man plug out your things and drill out your things, he's not sitting down thinking about how your husband's doing you, and he's waiting for you to bring it come, wash it and turn it down, make it dry a little, and then bring it come give him so he can get some used up coochie. He's out doing his thing too. You just an exciting addition. Same thing for the men, right? When you have your wife at your yard and cuddle up at night time and all these things, even though you tell her about now, we just live in the same house because it's the end of the relationship and whatever. And she stay up on one side and me stay up on the next side. That woman don't believe you. And that woman have a man of her own, right? A next side man. So you there, plug in, plug out, raw over there. So she have somebody else a plug in, plug out, raw over there. So now everybody just mixing up in everybody's juices and all that. I look at all that now as a grown person. I'm like, yo, that was some reckless living. But back to this story with Philip Paulwell, child, and the mom that's missing. It doesn't look good, and I don't know why she chose to come out. I don't know why she chose to come out. Cause everybody knows that he's with somebody from when, but it is what it is, right? I only hope that they're found safe. But that's all we can do at this point is hope. It look rough though. They've been missing since the 9th. It's the 18th. So what, 9 days ago? 9 days ago. You missing in Jamaica after you got kidnapped for 9 days. Ask any Jamaican where them think the prognosis is on that. Somebody are going to tell us to start planning a funeral if you can't find nothing. I'll close this video by saying this. Jamaica have alligators. Actually, alligator we have are crocodile. Crocodiles. Jamaica have crocodiles. Me know because I eat alligator in Florida, yeah. But while I'm in Texas, I eat it. And I'm realizing that there are more and more of these crocodiles all over the place. Big too. Don't for nothing, something said to me the other day. Some of them kill a man here. Them know which part some big alligator there. Or some big crocodile there. Angel D, yeah, crocs. Thank you. Them know where some big crocodile there. So when you say no face, no case, you know the rest, right? Fed to the crocs. We don't know where she at. Never show up again. I hope that's not the case though. With that said, we're at the top of the hour. Have a wonderful day. Big up on yourself. If you're into politics, remember, don't be loyal to any of these political parties, whether you're in the US, Canada, England, wherever you're at. No political party is loyal to you. Make sure them serve your agenda. Especially this message is especially though for my Jamaican people. Don't know why they do election like that in Jamaica where there's no set time to call an election. It is up to the person who is in power to call it when them feel like it. So PNP could very well be running a big campaign right now and have them annual meeting and the conference and the colors and them come out and no election don't call. It was all a waste. And then suddenly next year, boom, Andrew drop election and Miguel when nobody expected. It's weird. It's weird. But anyhow, have a wonderful day, people. Go with God. Someone know I go someplace when me no want to go with you. But manners and respect to each and every one of you, right? All right. And I'll catch you right here tomorrow morning. God spare my life on Morning Thoughts. One love. I'm out. Peace.